Yo, what up, world? It's your boy C's from theclife.com. Welcome back to the people's favorite channel on the internet. Today, we're going to be talking about the first step, getting started. Now, the thing about the first step, it doesn't matter if it's the first step of your entrepreneurial journey, your first step in your self-development journey, or like getting yourself back in great shape, right? They all start the same, and they start in your thoughts. No way around that, right? All scientists have agreed, that this thoughtless or formless substance is where all things are created, right? You have your religions started from the same point, right? And they all start with thought. You can't really see thought, you just see the manifestation of thought, right? So if you hold thought long enough for you to endure, you will eventually manifest that thought in physical form. It is something that's been studied through centuries, reworded, like reframed, repackaged. It's just it's all the same, right? So whether you're starting, when I'm having a consultation with a client, I like that chart, I like to call it the polarity chart, right? The everything has an opposite. And you, like, a lot of people tend to try to live on that line, but realistically, you're on one side or the other, right? Close by one side or the other, right? And unanimously, those people who are thriving, they tend to live on a particular side of that line. And then there are those who don't live on that opposite side, right? So when I'm like seeing the client, I'm focusing on their health and wellness and seeing first what part of that line do they live on. And usually it's the side that they don't want. That's why they're seeking my help, right? So just getting started is just getting that mind right and in your thoughts. Like, what part of that line are you thinking, right? What you think about is what comes to fruition, right? So what part of that line are you thinking? Now, I spent majority of my life on that opposite line. I grew up in the hood, grew up in an environment where I was heavily influenced by that lifestyle, right? The lifestyle that nobody particularly want to live, right? And you're just receiving this information through your eyes, your ears, right? All senses. And then you grow up in that environment, and then you get exposed to different sort of environments, right? And then you start thinking like the other side of that line. Now, the more you think like that, the longer you think like that, the faster it's going to come to fruition, right? There's a reason why I'm kind of starting to live the life that I truly desire, is because I've been holding that thought for, man, I guess all my life, man. And it took a Herculean effort. Some might call me lucky, but it took a Herculean effort to get me to this point. And like battling my own thoughts, right? Just slaying dragons, like going out into the marketplace and trying to offer value. And then there was times where though that value that I offered was constantly rejected, right? And it takes a toll on you, but really I didn't know that it was just making me stronger. I just had to endure long enough. And that's something that I'm taking like with me to the grave, right? And beyond, is you have to keep trying, you have to keep going, and you have to stay long enough and endure long enough, right? And then you will be openly rewarded, because you hold that thought long enough, it has to take physical form, because that's exactly where things are created. Like, it's not created in the outside world, right? Thought manifested everything that you see in the outside world. Thought created this camera, this computer, this microphone, these headphones. Thought held long enough in formless substance created like this medium of communication, right? And me building a network, I'm holding steady to that form. Like, what does it look like as a CEO to build a network, right? What is the messaging? What is the principles of it? I'm just like starting to hold that in thought. And then you form an image, right? You hold it long enough in formless substance, it then forms into an image, your imagination. That's that next level. Imagination, like, whoa, I can actually see it in formless substance, even though it's not physical, it's not on this plane. It exists in a spiritual plane, right? Now I need to bring it into the physical plane, into the matter. So you hold it long enough, you give it as much color and detail, right? It will organize itself, right? Because order is another law, right? Bringing order to that image long enough for you to bring it to manifest it, right? And then it becomes communicated. Like, this is the communication channel. Like, when I upload this can exist on many servers, be many duplicates, but this is a spiritual sort of thing that I'm communicating that's going to live throughout time, right? It's going to be there for people to find it who are trying to connect with formless substance, who are trying to like get that image in their mind, get their hands to work, right? After you see it, what's going to happen is you're going to take certain action. You're going to take certain actions based on that image that you've seen in your imagination, because it's going to take you to do it in order for you to manifest it. Like, you got to get your hands dirty. You got to actually touch the clay. You got to mold the clay, right? So, going back to Jay-Z's bar, right? His bars were just so deep in so many different levels, but you hold that thought long enough, right? It gives you the instruction manuals, like, what is step one, right? You understand that step one is holding that thought, holding that image. Then step two is actually you taking, it's so many different steps. I don't want to like say that these steps are the end all be all. Again, I don't give the orders. I just communicate within my imagination, and that those images that I see, I'm just speaking them right now. I'm just speaking them. Hold it long enough, then this is me molding the clay by actually creating this content, right? Giving color to what I see in my mental, right? In my imagination. Yeah, we're going to it's a lot to uncover. And the first step is knowing and telling you guys that I don't know. I don't know. I just close my eyes and I dream about the life that I really want. And then when I open my eyes, I get little hunches and inspirations on what to actually go ahead and do. And then it's in that action that led me to becoming a personal trainer. That led me to, picking up the camera and documenting this journey, right? It leads me to do different actions, right? I'm in that do phase. And then the having phase is the manifestation of all the things, the accumulation of things that you've done, right? Is the having part. Definitely gonna go deeper as I channel that aspect of my creativity. We'll definitely have more deeper conversations, but the takeaway is, in your first step is going to be what nobody sees but you, right? That first step is in thought, and only you can see your thoughts, right? Your thoughts are words. You string those words together. They give you an image. Again, that is for you. based on what it is that you want, you desire, right? Same with me. Anyway, first step, thinking. Go in there. What is it that you truly want? At the end of the day, choice is yours, right? And it's mine too. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drink water, get money, mind your business. Peace.